Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Noob No More Beginner Progress series. I think what we're going to do is just show how to train all of these skills that are a little bit more challenging, that aren't so obvious. And then as far as in-game goals for this account, I really think what we're trying to do is just get to a baseline of some PVM gear, which I think we're almost there, just with the gear that we have so far. And then what I would like to do, I want a little bit of feedback on this, but what I would really like to do is prestige this account basically into my main. So I do have a Prime account that I just prestiged into Prime, and I would really like to shift the focus to that account and then continue on with the video series from there and basically end the Noob No More, just because at that point I feel like most people wouldn't be in the beginner category necessarily, but more towards mid-game and things like that. So I'd be able to do it just as efficiently, I feel like, but also be able to do it on my main. So let me know what you think. So in my opinion, once you are getting ready to start your Slayer grind, which could be at any point in time, whether you're doing it for your training, which is a really good thing to do. Honestly, AFKing at bandits or rock crabs is not too bad to do. Bandits is pretty good to get, a decent level of stats, just to get some better gear equipped once you have the money to afford it. Once you're ready to start your Slayer grind, I would really recommend coming to the RUNEX points if you have enough and buying your Herbicide and your Charming Imp. Once your prayer level is high enough, you can get the Bone Crusher, so you can rush to 92 or 95 if you really want to, just to get Soul Split, Turmoil, things like that, but not a huge issue. You're more than welcome to use a Bone Crusher to kind of level that up as you go. But you really want to use an Herbicide, in my opinion at least, to get past those early levels of Herblore. And then once you have a higher level, you can focus more on it with the herbs that you've obtained after you stop using your Herbicide, and then you would just come here to the skilling store. You can get everything for most of your skills here. This is where you're going to be getting all your farming things as well, and then just planting them at all of your farming teleports with the Herblore seeds you've also acquired, the herb seeds, excuse me. And then you can buy all of your secondaries here, your vials of water, just kind of make those into unfinished potions, and then use your secondaries. Construction, you can get all your nails here, and all the soft clay, bolts of cloth, everything like that. And then come here to make planks if you don't have any. You can just buy planks straight from here. So, or not buy them, sorry, make them from the wood. Pretty easy to do. And then just obviously go to your house, builder mode, and build that up. I would recommend putting some lamps, just normal lamps, not donator lamps, normal skilling lamps into some of these skills just to get past the early levels, like maybe construction and crafting and smithing. Some of the early grinds that aren't too fun to do, I would really recommend just throwing in some of your normal lamps. Make sure that when you use any lamps, use any skilling boosts that you have. So whether that be prize seed boost, your Varrock armor, skiller's tome, your skilling backpack that you can buy from the RC exchange shop, and then you can also upgrade the skilling backpack once you have 1500 total level. You can equip the better ones. They are a little bit expensive to obtain, but the XP gain is kind of nice. So in here in your capes, your skilling backpack T. So these ring wealth eyes are about 500 mil or so, and you're looking at 2500 rune coins for a 40% chance. It's not too bad, but if you're not too worried about it, I would definitely recommend it, but it's up to you on what you want to spend your money on. If you think it's worth saving the time to get your skilling, I always think XP boosts are worth it, just because I would rather be out PVMing, and I would rather spend the money to make my skills go faster, but completely up to you. So when I was talking about using lamps on your skills, you can use your tokens that you've obtained, and then your boost, like I said. So let's compare. Let's put one onto construction here without any boost at all. Let me close out of this. And let's put these tokens up real quick. So let's use one on construction without any boost just to see what it would be. 36,000 XP on normal mode. And let's get our tokens out. And then the catalyst is going to be your 3x. That's going to be your most efficient. And then the skiller tokens is a 2x. They don't stack on each other, but then we're going to use our max boost with our tokens on a skill that we also have at level 1. So we gained 33k with that first one at level 1. And now let's see with smithing, 139k. So you can see how much of a difference those boosts are going to make. training summoning is extremely easy. You can come here and buy the shards if you don't have any from EX, and you can buy pretty much everything you need besides a few key items. And just once you have your pouches and your shards, the charms that you need from having that charming imp while you're doing summoning, bossing, pretty much everything, and you just come here and you infuse your pouches, and then you just click whatever you have. If you are at least a level 10 $10 donator, you can use this premium banker here. Otherwise, you can just teleport back to your home and reload up. Not too big of a deal. It just saves a little bit of time having that premium banker. Once you have 3.5 bill or so, I would honestly really recommend buying a $10 bond with in-game money if you don't want to spend any in real life. That level 10 donator is honestly extreme value for the GP that you use. So once you're really going on your Slayer grind, there are these brimstone weapons that increase the damage on your Slayer tasks. So the staff and bow usually go for about 5 bill. Then the hammer goes for around 2 or so, but definitely really nice to have. Once you're really focusing on getting these rewards, I would do 100 Slayer tasks on easy, just so that you bang them out real quick for your streaks, just to get the extra points, and then maybe switch to bosses or brimstone, and then you can get your brimstone keys and open the chest, or you can sell them depending on if you want the guaranteed money or the chance at getting something nice. And then once you start having enough to buy points, or use your points to buy things, I would start at least with the Slayer Helm Eye. And then personally, I would get whatever main stat you're going to use, whether you're going to use melee, range, or mage, and just get that upgraded. And then you have a couple options. You can either go for your Corrend. If you're going to do lots of brimstone, I would do Corrend and Instant Slayer. And then you can get your Superior Slayer Tome if you want. And then you definitely want to get these emblems here. You can use both of them and then combine them together in the enchantment chest, so that it only takes up one slot. You just keep it in your inventory, and it's going to increase your drop chance by 15%. You're obviously also able to do the Expeditious Bracelet, just so that once you're really farming up those tasks, just to get the points faster. It's only 150 points. This is possibly worth it early on. Just really depends on what you want to do. There's not necessarily a right or wrong thing to do here either, so don't think that oh, it's inefficient. Just do whatever you think's best, however you're gonna have fun. At the end of the day, remember, this is a game and you're playing to have fun. So look at the things, make a decision based on what you feel is best, and then just kind of go for it. I'm going to touch on boss points real quick. So you do obtain boss points every time you kill a boss. It depends on the exact boss, how many points you get, and then if there are any events going on, things like that. So you do have to start with Soul Snatcher, and then I would say the most efficient for free-to-play would be going to the right and then going straight up to Swift Spawner. So that would reduce your instant spawn times from 30 to 10 seconds. And so your instant spawn times are your boss portals inside your POH. You can create boss portals inside there to have your own instance of that boss, and having that reduced to 10 seconds is going to greatly increase your kills per hour. It's going to increase how many points per hour you get. And then after that, in my opinion, I would go up here and get Soul Snatcher 2 just to get those extra boss points. Now, there are a lot of varying opinions about this. Again, do whatever you think's best and kind of just weigh the options. There's not necessarily a right or wrong. Again, people are going to disagree with that. But, just make a decision on what you think you want to do and just go for it. At the end of the day, it's your game. It's your account. Have fun. So honestly, I'm pretty happy with the amount of progress we made on this account in about 3 days of playing. Not 3 game time days, but 3.5 days in real life. Used all the rest of our lamps. Got to over 2K total. Achievement diaries here, we're looking at 80 achievements and a decent amount of gear, honestly, to start moving in towards the mid game. The next biggest upgrade would be the Corrupted Torag's hammers, and then starting to do some more small minor upgrades here and there before moving on to some larger ticket items. But honestly, really had a lot of fun doing this. I feel like I've gone over most of the beginner things. If you have specific questions, obviously feel free to ask those, and then I'll do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. I don't know absolutely everything, but I would be happy to see what I could do for you. Or, you know, obviously there are other people in the community that would be more than happy to help, so we can kind of figure this out. But I really do want your feedback on kind of prestiging, in a sense, from this account into my main, and then starting with specifically only the gear and the bank that I have here. And then just kind of starting over from scratch with just this gear that I've gotten through the series, and kind of see where we can go. That would honestly be best for me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do it, but I really do want to see, you know, if that would kind of throw this whole thing off entirely, or if it would kind of blend in well together as we move towards this mid game. Alright, so I am going to be giving away a $10 bond on this video. I just want to kind of give back to the community. You guys have been awesome. Your feedback, your comments, people reaching out. It's just been really, really cool. And I'm not a RUNEX YouTuber or anything, so I don't get free bonds to give away. Sorry, I know it's not massive, but I do want to do what I can just to give back to you guys. It's been really cool, and I've been having a lot of fun, honestly. And then, real quick, this is my main that I would hopefully like to switch to. Not maxed by any means, but am kind of in a position to be able to move towards that mid game, I think. Start doing some bossing, and then work on some skilling and things while I'm editing and trying to figure out what's next. But yeah, so let me know what you think. I would really like to do this, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, and it's been really fun. Take care.